Hello, everyone. My name is Kwamia Ross, and today my message is called The Struggle. Now, have you ever heard people say, "You don't know my struggle"? Basically, what they're trying to say is you wouldn't understand what they're going through because you haven't been through their struggle. And what I want to talk about is the fact that God will put us through some stuff intentionally. He'll make us go through some difficult times, some challenging situations, and it's because he wants us to understand the struggle of others. Because how many times do you know if you understand what a person's gone through, if you've been through something and you can relate to their experience, you'll be more inclined to help them. You'll actually have empathy, you'll be more sympathetic, and you'll understand what it is that that person is struggling with. So you'll be more in the situation to help them. Usually when you haven't gone through something, when you haven't faced the same struggles that other people have gone through, it's hard for you to understand how they feel. It's hard for you to empathize with that person. It's also hard for you to help them because you don't know exactly what it is that they need. And it's like sometimes when we haven't faced difficult situations or challenging situations, sometimes our hearts can be a little bit opposed to that. We can be a little bit hardened or in our own selfish state. Let me give you an example. I was recently, sometimes I look on social media and I follow people. I don't really post anything or anything anymore, especially when it comes to Facebook, but I'll look at certain people and what they post, and sometimes I'll just pray. And one woman, she had posted about her son, I guess, was taken out through CPS, Child Protective Services, and they said that he's with the father, and she says the boy is getting abused, and she says how CPS is corrupt, and she's been fighting for months to try and get her kid back home, and they are keeping him with the father. And immediately I was able to empathize with her when she posted this, that after going to court, she was devastated because her son's not coming home with her, and she felt so angry. And I immediately started praying. I was able to empathize with her situation because I myself, like I said, I've been through, with my kids being foster care over the past 18 months, and my son's finally home now, thank God, but my daughter, she's still there. And so since I've gone through that difficult situation, I knew exactly how this woman felt. I was able to immediately empathize with her because of that. Now, a lot of us are resistant to the struggle. A lot of us do not want to suffer. We don't want to go through hard, difficult times. But usually when God is bringing us through something, no matter how difficult that situation is, he's going to be there to help us get out of it. Now, he's going to put us through something for a reason. We're always going through something to help other people. I talk about this all the time. When you're going through a difficult phase or a difficult situation, don't fight against it. Just allow God to pull you through it, because what he is doing, he is developing us. A lot of us want to have a ministry, want to do the work of God, but we don't want to face the struggle. And the struggle is what makes you. It is what certifies you, because this is what God was showing me. It is what prepares you and equips you with the tools and all the things you need to be able to help the people that he's going to put in your path. So if you're not willing to go through the struggle, then you're not going to be equipped. You're not going to be certified. And with everything I've gone through, God has shown me that since I've been through this, I now have the knowledge. I now have the experience. I now have all the things that I need, the strength, the maturity, and everything I need. What my challenges and struggles I face has prepared me. It's basically my license that now I am now qualified to deal with those people who are now facing those same difficult challenges or situations. So anytime you go through something, yes, it might be very hard. And sometimes God will take us through a struggle that might seem longer than we expected or anticipated. And it might seem like, we're never going to get through it. But, there's always a light that comes after the storm. After the storm comes and the clouds go away, when the rain is gone, you will see the sunlight come out. And so that is the thing. Don't fight in the midst of the battle. Don't fight in the midst of the struggle. Don't be resistant to it. It might be very difficult. It might be more challenging than you expected. It might be taking a lot longer than you expected. Believe me, I know, because God has put me through some things. I'm like, well, Lord, this is a long time. And it's like, think about what is coming out of this. Because if you're not willing to face any type of struggles, you're not going to be qualified to deal with anyone. It's like there's so many people out here, and this is why God was telling me he put a lot of things on my plate. And he always says there's no one else. He says, why is there no one else? Because there are too many people who are not willing to go through the struggle. There are too many people who don't want to face any type of tribulation, any type of suffering. They just want a comfortable, easy life. And how many of you know, if you don't go through something and you're accustomed to easy, comfortable living, when you get out there in the battlefield, you're not going to be able to fight. You're not going to be able to hold your own. You're not going to be able to protect others. You're not going to be able to do anything. You have to face challenges, because challenges is what develops you. It is what matures you. It is what equips you. It's what prepares you. It is what qualifies you. If most, like when you get your degree, it's the same thing. If you have a degree, A lot of people, whether you have a degree, a lot of jobs are asking for experience because experience is what prepares you. Yes, you might have the degree to teach you, the knowledge given to you, but a lot of times we don't really understand unless we're actually out there in the field working and doing it. So you have to have hands on. You have to be in the middle of it to understand what's going on, because a lot of things you face was not taught to you in school. You have to actually experience that situation to know what's going on and how to deal with certain things. And so when God puts us in these situations, it's because he's preparing us, he's equipping us, so that now we can understand the struggle of others. Not only can we understand it, but we can be able to identify that struggle. We can be able to overcome the struggles, because we know now what is required to overcome and to get through it, because we ourselves have faced those similar, struggles and circumstances. And so that's what I just want to tell you. So if you're going through something, if you're dealing with difficult moments, just start to appreciate it, because what's going to come out of it is going to be a lot better. I mean, we might suffer, and our suffering will only last a short time, but it's not comparable to the glory that we're going to receive after all the suffering is over, the glory that we receive with Jesus Christ. So I wanted to tell you all that. If you like this, thank you so much for listening to this message, and please share it with someone who you feel can benefit from it. Thank you.